Hey friends, Lissa here for another video. Today's video is going to be about the 13 mistakes that you want to avoid when becoming healthier. The number one mistake that most people make when they're embarking on a health journey is that they lose motivation and lose sight of their reasons why they're doing this. This is something we want to avoid by continually reminding ourselves why we are choosing what we're choosing. We want to rewatch movies that inspired us to make the change. We want to go over our old journals that inspired us to change. We want to go through our goals, our dreams, and the reasons why we're choosing to do this every single day. Whether you are having the best day in the world or you're having a lot of struggles, you have to go through your reasons every single day. As soon as you stop doing that, the motivation declines and it's easy to forget why you're doing it in the first place. The second mistake that I find a lot of people make is that their social media is filled with things that don't support their new healthy lifestyle. Maybe they're following a lot of people who are eating foods that they don't want to be eating anymore. And I do recommend that you go and clean up your Instagram of those accounts that are going to trigger you to fail or fall back onto previous old habits. You want to surround yourself with everybody who is on your path and who is supporting you. You don't need to necessarily unfollow people because there is the hide button. You can hide their stories from you and you don't have to see it in your feed all the time. When I first went vegan, I had to hide a lot of people that were showing foods that I didn't want to eat. And it's not that I didn't want to be their friend, it's that I didn't want to see it in my news feed all the time when I was making this change. So I hid a lot of the stories of the people that I didn't want to see in my news feed anymore. And I went and followed a lot of people that were doing what I wanted to do. So in my social media feeds, I was finding a lot of supportive, motivational, and inspirational posts that would keep me on my healthy lifestyle. The third mistake that people do is they stop learning. They stop learning all of the newest information that's coming out and they just become complacent with what they know, which is totally fine, but this can lead to a lot of people falling off in the long term. When we're learning and we're constantly learning new things, we're inspired and we're more motivated and solidified in our choices because we are learning more. It's so important to learn more, find more YouTubes, find more doctors with books, and read those and devour any information that you can about your healthy lifestyle. The fourth mistake that some people do is they get caught up in feeling low. Once we lose our motivation, it's easy to get stuck in that rut of feeling low. The best thing I can say for this is to focus one day at a time. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, especially if you're trying to lose like 70 pounds or 150 pounds or even 10 pounds. It might feel like it's gonna take forever because every day is just a little bit further towards your goals. It might not feel like you're getting there. So you have to take every single day one at a time for what it is. And don't worry about, the long-term goals because you'll get there eventually if you focus one day at a time. Get yourself excited. Go to bed thinking, I am so excited to eat healthy tomorrow. This is what I plan on eating. I'm really excited to try this new recipe, or I'm really excited to create something new. You have to get excited, pump yourself up, and go over your reasons why. If you need to, stand in some power poses. Take up a lot of space and really tell yourself that you're doing something good for you. Number 5 would be not eating enough. I see this so often. People don't eat enough when they go over to a new healthy lifestyle. If you are becoming a raw vegan, even just a vegan, you're cutting out a lot of really dense calories. You're cutting out all animal products, and if you're raw, oil-free, you're cutting out all of the cooked foods and oils. So there's a lot of calories that are missing that we need to replace with fresh produce, fruits and vegetables, and a small amount of nuts and seeds. And this can be difficult if you don't know how much you need to eat. We have to eat enough to stay full and to get our nutrition. If you're constantly under eating, then eventually you're going to find yourself in some deficiencies. And we don't want that. We want you to stay healthy and hydrated. So make sure that you're eating enough. If you need help, I recommend grabbing the app Chronometer and start putting in all the foods that you're eating for the day. You don't have to count calories for the rest of your life. Just use it for the first couple of weeks, maybe the first month, to get to know how much your body needs. We need all of that energy, so you're not tired, you're not falling into the classic detox symptoms, you are getting enough for your body. Another mistake that I see a lot of people do is they jump into fasting. Now, fasting is a very powerful healing modality, and it is not for all of us. If you want to be clean and detox, just eat a raw vegan diet. Get rid of those foods that are causing you to bunk up. You want to stop eating that stuff, and your body will cleanse and detox all on its own. You don't need to go on a juice cleanse or a water fast or anything like that unless you're severely ill, you are supervised by a practitioner, and you know what you're doing. Too many people go on fasts when they're already nutrient deficient, and they end up with more deficiencies. Fasting also, there's no fiber that goes into your body, so the bacteria that eat fiber tend to die off over long fasts. Then when you start eating again, it's hard to rebuild that bacteria. So fasting should only be used in very special cases. You don't need to fast, you just need to get rid of those foods that are causing the problems in the first place. Another mistake that people do is they eat too high fat and too high raw gourmet. Some people can get away with it, and you can, but you're going to find yourself feeling sluggish, maybe you're getting cravings and low energy. You don't want this, and you want to have more calories coming from fresh produce than from fats. We do need fats, and it is essential to the human body, but we don't need the amounts that we think we do or that we really want. We just need to have a small amount and focus on the omega-3s instead of all of the omega-6s. The eighth mistake is lack of prep. Some people don't have time, and I understand it can be really busy, but there are things that you can do. You can grab pre-chopped vegetables like shredded cabbage, grated carrots, cherry tomatoes, and even pre-washed lettuce in boxes. You can make your own dressing really quickly at home, throw it in a jar, and take it with you to work. The prep work is so vitally important to succeed on any healthy lifestyle. And if you aren't planning and preparing, then you won't make it. You're going to end up with nothing to eat, and then you're going to be hungry, maybe go through some drive-thrus or eat those donuts at work. You don't want that, so plan, plan, plan. Success comes when you plan. So plan the night before what you're going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and make it happen. The ninth one is obvious, is cravings. Cravings come and they derail us a lot. There are 4 main reasons why we crave. There's lots of reasons, but these are the ones that I find to be the most. We crave when we're hungry. If you're hungry, eat something. Grab an orange, grab an apple, a couple bananas, and eat those. If you need to, make a quick salad and eat that. Nate likes to make nice cream, before dinner so that he feels full and isn't craving or feeling hungry while he's making dinner. It is very, very important that we eat when we feel hungry. A lot of people go too long without eating, and then that's when the cravings come. Stress is another one. We crave when we are stressed. So we have to look and see why we are stressed. Is there something we can do about the stress, or talk to a certain person that is creating a lot of the stress for us? We need to dissolve the stress and de-stress without food. Take a bath, go for a walk, call a friend, discuss something with somebody to help alleviate any stress that you have. You can do all kinds of things to alleviate that without food. And then if you're still hungry, eat some fruit. Boredom is another thing that causes cravings. If you're bored, try to find a hobby. Go work out or create things that'll move you towards your goals. So many people feel bored and then start to eat whatever, and you have to break that, which leads me into the fourth, which is habit. So many things that we do are just habit. I remember when I used to go to the gas station, I would always go and grab some energy drinks, and I hadn't gone to that gas station for a while, and the next time I did, I noticed that I gravitated over towards the cooler where the energy drinks were, and it was just out of habit. I didn't want to buy them, but I noticed that the habit was still there. So we have to recognize these habits and change them. Change your habits, change your future. The 11th mistake is that we have the wrong reward system. We don't focus on the proper rewards. And that's how we are driven when we're craving. We're craving something that's going to give us a reward of taste or convenience or euphoria, dopamine release. We're craving this, but we have to remember that this is not the reward that we're looking for. Think about how you're going to feel after you choose something healthy. If you're having a craving, look towards that reward. How are you going to feel? You're going to be so proud of yourself for saying no to the other food. You're going to feel proud of yourself for making a positive choice. You're also going to feel healthier. Your digestion will be better. You'll be free from guilt, regret, and all that stuff. So change the reward that you're seeking, and you can succeed a lot more. The 12th reason why a lot of people fall off their healthy lifestyle, especially raw veganism, is wintertime. We feel we need something warm, something heavy, dense calories, and we tend to go for those foods that give us that dopamine release and that cozy, comforting feeling. But there are some things that you can do as a raw vegan in the wintertime to help get through that. The first tip is to make sure that you eat enough. Make sure you're getting enough calories because that will boost your metabolism and keep you warmer. You don't want to eat things right out of the fridge because those are cold. You don't want to make a cold salad, so try to keep most of your salad ingredients on the counter, specifically cucumbers, tomatoes, bell peppers, those kinds of things, and the lettuce and celery, carrots, that can stay in the fridge, but when you take it out of the fridge, you can warm it in some warm water. Will help you enjoy your salads without being freezing cold. Use the dehydrator and the Vitamix to make warm meals that are still raw. You can use your high-speed blender on high for 1 to 2 minutes and it will make a nice warm soup. You can also put things in the dehydrator and warm them up a little bit so you have a nice cozy meal. Warming up plates in the oven or the dehydrator or even in the sunshine helps a lot too, because you're not eating out of a really cold bowl. Adding spices helps in the winter as well to stimulate your circulation. Hot spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, even rosemary help with circulation. So you wanna add those to your meals in the wintertime to help with that. If it's cold, it's going to be cold. So you want to wrap yourself up in blankets, wear socks, wear heavier clothes if you can, and warm up and bundle up that way. We don't need food to help warm us up. Sometimes we just need to get cozy. And exercise. If you're feeling cold, go and do 100 squats. Trust me, you're gonna feel warm. And the last reason would be social. A lot of people deal with comments from friends and family. Maybe they feel judged, but we really need to stand up and be an example. We have to be the difference that we want to see in the world. We want to help inspire our friends and family, and I know that can be really difficult, but you have to stand your ground and just be yourself. Don't obsess over your food. Don't make it a big deal. Just enjoy what you have. Bring extra for them. And if you're going out to restaurants, call ahead and see if there's something that they can make for you, or bring your own dressing to the restaurant and have a nice salad there. You don't have to follow the crowd. You can be yourself and stay on your healthy journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. You can find all of my recipe books at the link right here. These are all ebooks, and you can find print versions on Amazon by following the links in the description box below. You can find me on Instagram at Raw Food Romance, on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, and on Snapchat, Lissa Raw Vegan. Until the next video, guys, I love you all, and fruit on.